And like always, we're back. Today we got Zach Hudson in the building today, and we're in a very unusual location, but I like it, man. Zach, how you doing today, man?
Oh man, I am great. First of all, thank you for having me on. This is gonna be a pleasure, and this is fantastic. This is very spur of the moment as far as location goes, but I think you really can't beat this.
It's nice, right?
It's nice. It's got the city view on a football field, so you know
Hell yeah,
we're
man.
here for it.
Well, just to get you up to speed, this is a timeshare, the one and only podcast where we provide positive reinforcement for people coming to watch. And by positive reinforcement, I mean just shit like this, that you can get out there, find a space, and make it happen. So if you just want to take a moment, tell the people a little about yourself just to get things up to speed. And just by the way, if you just want to stay like a fist away and just be right at the microphone, it's dynamic.
Absolutely. So there's a lot about me. My name's, first of all, Zach Hudson. You can find me on Instagram at cameraman Zach if you want to dig a little deeper into me. But I am a videographer. I am a personal trainer. I'm a photographer. I'm a DJ. I'm an adventurer, I'd say. I like to just get out and do and be and create, and whatever my mind tells me to do, I go out and I do it. So dig deeper on me. Go and find out. Go to my Instagram. Go to my YouTube channel. Same thing at cameraman Zach. And my life is an open book pretty much. So you'll see.
I love it, man. I love the energy. I love the transparency. But just to get up to, we'll just start off with the, photography, right? So at what point in time did you get into photography, really?
Well, I actually never thought I would be a videographer, photographer. I was a bodybuilder. I was doing personal training, bodybuilding, competing, winning competitions, having fun. And then I moved out to LA with my now ex-girlfriend and was doing fitness modeling stuff. And a photographer had an extra camera. We started taking pictures of each other. They turned out really, really good. So we were like, there's something there. And then he just said, hey, I have this spare camera sitting at home. I'll give it to you for $100.
Damn.
And it was an old camera. Like, it was really old. It was probably like 20 years old at least. So there was no automatic settings on it whatsoever. So it forced us both to learn and actually use the camera. So then I fell in love with it more because I actually knew how to use it. And then I upgraded to a camera that was newer, a Canon camera. Don't have Canon anymore.
Damn.
Not the move anymore. I'm on the Sony train, but that Canon camera it started me into the video world. It had the video capability. I was personal training at a UFC gym out in LA, and there was a guy with a clothing company in the fitness industry, and he wanted some Instagram content, and I just started busting out content for him. And I thank him for that start. I didn't get paid for anything, but it was that just start of putting stuff out. Got a lot of free clothes out of it, so still rep them all the time. It's TGIF Lifestyle. It's a good brand, but that's kind of how I got my start in the video and photography industry. And then when I moved back to Atlanta, I took it on full force. Music has always been something that's been huge in my life. I always go to shows. I'm always out. And so I figured, why not take my talent for video and my creativity into the music industry, because I love music so much. So let's mesh the two. Let's merge them. And that's when I kind of just started reaching out to different people in the music industry here. And now pretty much all of my friends are producers, rappers, DJs, videographers in the music industry, just creative minds that inspire you to be around them. So it's been a fun journey.
Jeez, man, you mentioned a lot of really good points. But just to start off, so you got a camera that was 20 years old, and that was almost like getting a classic car, and that you had to work it up. And do you feel like something about that really gave you an edge now that we're here and you are using, modern technology and, from what I saw earlier, some of the nicest modern technology? Do you think that there was still some value to be found in there that you had to find a way to make it work with just, the basics.
Well, absolutely. Just because so many people I hear nowadays, they get a camera and they just turn it on to the automatic setting, and they don't really figure out lighting. They don't figure out exactly what does what with the camera. They just click and shoot. So they're not actually learning. With that, it forced me to learn. Like, it was like, here, you have to get the settings down perfectly if you want the picture to come out. You can't rely on the automatic setting because it's not there. So
Wow.
it was just like and then once I got a camera with the automatic setting, I didn't even use the automatic setting because I didn't need to. So that really gave me that edge of really knowledge of how to work the technology.
That's
And
fantastic.
I mean, the new technology works the exact same way. It's just better, quicker, crisper images. So
And you understand the back end.
exactly.
Wow.
So it makes it a lot easier.
Okay, so what would you say is different? I know that your career kind of really started out in LA due to that
Yeah.
opportunity, but what would you say is different about LA? And I guess you could say the entire, and like, well, I don't want to say the entire entertainment industry, but just photography in general. What's different about LA versus Atlanta? Just from your perspective of seeing both.
My perspective on LA, basically, from LA to Atlanta is a completely different world. LA is very cutthroat. It's very, what can you do for me? How can you help me get ahead? Nobody really relies on building solid relationships. It's kind of just, they know there's so many people flowing in and out of their lives that they're just trying to find what that person offers to take advantage of it, to propel themselves further. Whereas Atlanta, everybody's kind of tight knit. Like, I know everybody in the industry, and we're all friends. We're all at shows. Nobody's competing with one another because we know there's enough business to go around. Whereas LA, it's almost like there's too many people in order for the business to really be relationship based.
Damn, don't you think that's kind of like fucked?
Yeah, I'm kind of, LA's a place to visit for me now. Like, going and experiencing it, it's very very much to the point of I would not want to ever live there again.
Wow.
Like, it's kind of gross. I mean, like, every city's gross. Like, Atlanta's fucking gross too, but like, there is literally, Skid Row is a mile plus long street of just homeless people and garbage, and they don't do anything about it. So
Damn.
yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, but every city has its pluses and minuses. LA's very, if you make it there,
You made it,
you've made it,
Okay.
because there's so many people.
Jeez, so
That-
so many people are doing the same thing.
Exactly. It's a saturated place.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've never thought about it like that. I've never been to LA because I've always wanted to go out there for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be that guy. Just I'm in LA. I'd like to go out there, to shoot a podcast, to be on a podcast, something like that. But I never would have thought that. I didn't think it was. I thought it would be like Atlanta times 5. The networks would be crazier. Everyone would be more plugged in. But it's just more cutthroat. No one gives a damn.
Nobody gives a fuck, honestly. Like, I mean, you find the genuine people. There are genuine people there. Obviously, you attract what you are. So you're going to find them. It's just more so a needle in a haystack as opposed to, like a blade of grass in a field.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
So when you first came to Atlanta, how was the journey of like getting yourself involved in not only videography, photography, but just as far as networking? What were some of the skills you needed?
Well, I grew up in Georgia, so I had a friend base here, so that made it easy. But honestly, the friends that I have now are completely different. Like, I'm still friends with the people that I grew up with here, and I still talk to them. But like I said, I'm in a completely different mindset now. My focus is music and the music industry, so pretty much all of my friends are now in the music industry. So it's a whole new group of people. So I've always been one of the people to just go and say what's up to whoever, and if I think somebody looks cool, like, I'm just gonna go tell them, like, hey man, you look dope, like, what's your name? And that's made it very easy for me to kind of adapt and make friends, and also to get my name out there, just because networking is how you do it. Like, you can't do anything without networking. You can be the smartest person in the world, but if you don't talk to anybody, nobody knows you're the smartest person in the world. So I just get out there and I present myself.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's what made this happen.
exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So you come over here, you kind of already have a friend group. So was it photography, then videography, or did they just kind of happen together?
It was photography first, but it wasn't anything in the music industry. It was photography of like portrait style stuff. It was pictures of my girlfriend. It was, well, ex-girlfriend now. But it was pictures of her. It was pictures of just random people,
Like
people at the
sceneries?
gym. Yeah, sceneries, going to the beach, taking pictures, and then just like taking it into the gym and taking pictures of people at the gym and fitness, just solely because the camera I had didn't have video capability. So once I upgraded to a better camera, then I was able to do both. And I kind of fell in love with the video aspect and kind of dropped photography almost altogether, because my girlfriend was really good at photography and she didn't like video. So we kind of built a business around it. Like, she did the photo, I did the video. We could pump out as much content as we pleased and sell packages like that. And it would be a quick turnaround, because it wouldn't be one person having to do 50 pictures edited and a video. It was 2 people cranking it out. So I pretty much didn't even touch photography after I found video for, oh man, probably like a year, other than just like taking pictures of her, because she's a fitness model, bikini model. So like I would take pictures of her to get her content to get out there. And that was pretty much the extent of my photography. Video wise, I was just going in on it. I was doing tons of videos, pumping it out. Lots of stuff in the fitness industry, and then just emailing managers of artists that were coming to town and putting my work in front of them and telling them, this is my work, let me come shoot. I don't even want money, just let me come shoot, get my name out there in the industry until it starts to grow.
Okay, so you said you mentioned that you hit up like rapper managers and stuff like that. So have you had any success in filming music videos and whatnot?
I don't really focus on music videos.
No,
My focus is more so on like performance recaps. So I'd go and like I'll do like a DJ comes and plays a show at a club, and I'll send them like a 60-second recap for their Instagram, so they can show their fans how exciting that show has been. And
So
it gets kind of like that promo, and then gives them photography as well. So once I got into shows, I picked photography back up, because it was kind of one of those things where I wanted to be able to offer more to people, because I was the one that was doing the concert stuff, and my now ex-girlfriend was focused on other aspects of photography. So I was like, all right, I need to pick this back up and start practicing again, and kind of fell back in love with taking pictures and editing those again. So it was kind of a blessing.
damn, so you're the guy making the crazy videos that you see on Instagram.
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
angles and crowd
Just
jumping.
crazy, crazy transitions, crazy angles, crowd going crazy, DJ going crazy. And
Wow.
yeah, it's a fun time. It's just a really good way to be able to just blast my creativity and just sit down for a few hours in front of a computer and just see what I can make.
So is it the kind of thing that you go in there and like you go in there and you're having a good time too, but you're recording, or do you just like to keep it business? Like when you're on the scene, it's I got to get this done. This is the objective. This is why I'm here. I'm not here to turn up. Or do you like to make the best of both worlds?
Well, I don't drink or anything on the job.
Okay.
I mean, I have before. It can be a party. It really can be a party. It's easy to make it so you're in there. The club managers are giving you drink tickets, and they're making sure you're okay. Whatever artist you're filming for, they're in the green room. They have their bottles, whatever they're drinking. They're trying to give you shots and stuff. So, when you first get into it, it's pretty tough to say no. Like, I was filming for, I don't know, do you know who Artie is?
I do not.
He's a Russian DJ producer. He has that song. It's like, who's gonna save me tonight?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that
I think I
it's
know what
like
you're talking about.
really popping off song, like huge. Like, I think it was #1 for a while, but
Damn, I'm late.
I was filming for him at a music festival in Phoenix, and man, we were in the green room in the artist area, and he comes out and he's got a bottle of 1942 Don Julio, and they're just passing around shots, and then I walk outside of his green room, and fucking Party Favor and Elefante are standing there smoking a blunt, and they're just like passing it around, and I'm like, all right, so I take the blunt and I hit it, and I just got faded as fuck, and I was standing on stage filming for Artie, and I was like, bro, like, I cannot do this anymore. Like, this is a no-go.
What?
Like, do not ever take shots, like, be business, but you can still have a good time and still dance, party, have a great time, meet people, and enjoy the show, enjoy the music. But that was just like, I couldn't make that a decision that I could make again, to get drunk and high and just like go try to perform at my highest capability and actually get good content. The video turned out dope, thankfully.
They'll never know.
Oh no, they know.
Oh,
they know because they were the ones handing me the shots.
They caused the scene. Wow.
Yeah, they were just like, hey, here's a shot, here's a shot, here's a shot. And then we're like on stage, and they still have the bottle on stage, and like, here's a shot. And I'm like, all right, take a shot. Every time you take a shot, because that 1942 Don Julio, I'm a tequila guy. It's water. It's literally, you don't need any salt, any lime. It's just like the smoothest fucking thing in the world.
Damn.
So
How does that feel, man? How does that feel to be up there? Well, fuck that. How does that feel to be in the green room, then to be on stage, then to be getting shots from the guy on stage? Like, I know that there have been moments where you were just like, hell yeah, like, this is why I do this. This is surreal.
I think it made me hungrier, honestly, because like it's awesome, but I'm not the main focus. So like, I'm up there on stage, but I'm not the guy whose green room it is. I'm not the guy who everybody's focused on stage. Like, nobody's like, yo, look at that fucking camera guy up there. Like, everybody's looking at the DJ, everybody's looking at the performer, and it kind of made me hungry for like, yeah, that's where I want to be. I've always been the person, like, I like attention. I like people's eyes on me. So it's like, kind of, I don't like being behind the scenes. So I went and bought a DJ controller, and I started mixing and started just practicing. And I actually just released my first mix last night, and am trying to take on this journey.
Anybody listening
It's
right
called It Me Volume 1. So the DJ name is Heckno, HKNO. You can find me on SoundCloud, and, you know, house and techno, Heckno. And
Damn, that's lit. I like
yeah,
that.
that's the
Awesome.
vibe. So
Heck no.
it's going to be fun. It's going to be a journey. I'm still going to be doing videography, still building my YouTube channel, posting my second video on there in about, today's the 21st, 22nd? 21st, so 9 days. The 30th is when I'm going to post that second video up. So definitely catch that on my Cameraman Zach YouTube. So the videography will never go away. That's going to be an aspect for me to help grow the DJ brand, the producer brand of Heckno alongside of Cameraman Zach, because you don't want to just be one-sided. You want
Right.
to have multiple things going on. I want to be able to go to a festival and film the festival, and then go play a set for an hour,
And then go back to filming.
and then go back to filming. Yeah.
Damn, so do you think there's something about that there's a lot of value, that not only are you trying to get in, well, not trying, but you are involved in the music industry, but you know almost what you want? Like, you know, like, okay, maybe you're not videoing your own set, but you can tell the guy videoing, oh, I want this, this, and this. I want you to come in on this side, because you're the guy usually doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does
And
that give you an
can-
edge?
And you can hire somebody that you like their work too, to come in and film your set, and somebody that goes along with that vibe that you like, and you know and trust that they're gonna get good content for you. Because I mean, I know plenty of people now, being in the industry, I can hit up and say, hey, like, I'm playing my first show. Like, I haven't even played a show yet. So like the goal is to be playing shows by the middle of the year, practicing, just putting out monthly mixes, and be playing shows by mid-year, be able to put myself as, you know, an opener for a big name that comes out. I come in and I open, and then I can film their set for them.
Wow.
Open for the crowd, get the crowd going, get the crowd a little hype, and then turn around and pick up the camera and film for them.
So how does all that work? Like how would someone get booked for Imagine or get booked for EDC or whatever it is? Is it a network or is it just all about your work?
It's mostly about your network.
Really?
Who do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of been my focus the last really 2.5 years, is just growing a network. Since I moved back here, it's who can I meet? What do you do? What can you offer me? But not only what can you offer me, what can I offer you in return, so that it's a mutual beneficial relationship rather than just, like I said, in LA, what can you do for me?
And then I'm gone.
And then, yeah, like,
Wow.
peace out. See you later. Here, it's like you actually have the relationships that you want to keep. And that's been my focus as of late, is just really, really knocking that down, because, you know, I'm not where I want to be financially yet, but that'll come.
Right.
Just treating people right, working my ass off, and just getting there day by day, chipping away. So
Being passionate.
exactly.
Which you obviously are.
Definitely.
Wow. So you mentioned that you're really big into adventures. You're talking about how you guys did a hike yesterday or day before?
What was it? Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Me and a buddy went to the top of Brasstown Bald for sunrise. We left Atlanta at about 2 a.m., 2:30, something around there. Got up to Brasstown Bald, parked the car probably about 5:45, 5:30-ish. Got up to the top of the mountain about 45 minutes before the sun rised and froze our asses off. It was like 20 degrees. The wind was just howling because we were on top of the mountain with like no cover around, so it's just windy.
Jeez.
And we were just huddled up, face masks on, like not prepared at all for how cold it was gonna be. And I know it's gonna turn out to be a dope time lapse, so it was worth it. But it was an interesting day. You know, we did that and then just kind of hiked around for a while, went and sat back down in the car, warmed up, got back out, hiked out for a little while once the sun came out more. But, you know, I just like to go and do stuff like that pretty much on like the weekends, is when we go out and just find somewhere to go, just cool, take pictures, take videos, break out the drone, just have fun. You know, the last 2 weekends before this weekend, me and a buddy we just went and we snuck into a rock quarry and went all the way down to the bottom. It was funny because right when we were getting into the one this weekend before last, I hopped down a fence, and it was like one of those movie moments where, like, you know, you go around the corner and then all of a sudden there's just a security guard.
Oh God.
I hop down the fence and then all of a sudden the car just drives by and it's a security car, and he just waves at me, just smiles and waves, keeps on driving, and I just hopped a fence with like barbed wire on the top, put my jacket on top so that fucking like
Did he just waved at you?
Yeah, and he just waves and keeps on going, and I'm just like, oh man, like, all right. So I stand there for a minute, and then my buddy and his girl just like are standing there. I'm like, hold on just a minute, don't hop yet, like there's somebody here. And then he just gets in his car and leaves. So I'm like, all right, it's a Sunday, the place is clearly closed.
Employee
There's
of the
nobody
month,
else.
right?
Literally just left. And then my buddy and his girl hop over, and we just walk on down to the bottom of the rock quarry, and shit was crazy, man. And you'll see it in my next YouTube video, the quarry from the drone shots and everything that we got. It was interesting, that's for sure. It was like a marble rock mine.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was just like big sheet walls of marble and just huge equipment everywhere. It was cool. It was just fun. Just
That's
random.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I had something like that kind of happen similarly. We went to, I think it was Tallulah Falls or something. It's like
Okay.
a waterfall. And if you go all the way down the stairs, there's an area where you can go over the stairs, and someone put a rope and you like rappel down this really sketchy incline. And then you can pretty much walk around the rocks and get up onto the waterfall.
That's
and I mean, you
dope.
can die realistically.
Yeah, I've heard of people dying there. I've been there. I've never done going down the slope before, because when I went it was raining and they closed
Oh,
it
shit.
off.
That makes sense.
So
We were
sad
down there.
face, but
We started hearing we started seeing like families like pointing at us and stuff, and we were like, oh no.
We should probably.
Yeah, and then we started hearing synchronized whistles, and we were like, what? Do you guys hear that? Like we were smoking, so we were like, are we tripping? But we
Are
were
we
just hear like
tripping?
3-4 whistles all at the same time, like and then we started seeing the not security guards but the park rangers, and they're like waving at us and yelling down at us with like a microphone and shit, and we freaked out. And I just remember we were freaking out. We thought we were gonna get arrested. We were tripping and
man,
getting our
I've been
story
there
straight,
before.
throwing everything we had on us, only for them to kick us out of the park. And we're all sitting in the
You could
car.
have kept everything.
Exactly. We're sitting in the car like, what the hell, man?
Oh man, I've had a couple times like that. I like to try to get on top of just rooftops and buildings, and that's why like we were gonna try to film on a rooftop, just have the city backdrop, but we found the city backdrop still, so we're good.
Hell
But
yeah.
I like to just find the tall buildings and find the fire escape and get to the top, and that's just kind of something I enjoy doing. And one time I was in Houston, and it was hilarious. I was there with a YouTuber that I was filming for. He was competing in a bodybuilding show, and we were there for like 5 days or so. And one day we were just walking around downtown Houston, and I see this building, and I was like, yeah, that's a really tall building. Let's go to the top. So we're all in like fitness clothes. Like I'm in like a stringer tank top with like my nipples hanging out, like short shorts, a bandana on, like camera bag with a gimbal in my hand, like everything.
No fucks given.
My girl's in like tiny little shorts, a sports bra. The dude we're filming for, same thing, tank top, shorts. Like we're all just like not dressed up, and we walk into this building and everybody's in just like suits and ties and everything, and just like done up to the T, and we're just so out of place. But we just walk through, we just walk up, find an elevator, go up. It only goes up, like the elevator says, like 25, so we go up to 25, get out. You have to walk around, get in another elevator that goes up like another 20 stories. You gotta get out, walk around, get in another elevator. We get all the way up to like the 50th floor, to where like the most like elevator will go, and then we find a staircase and start climbing, and we get all the way to the top, and we're like at this door about to get out to the top, and then we hear footsteps coming up the stairs.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, oh fuck, what do we do? And then this old guy comes up, and he's just like, what the heck are you guys doing up here? And we all look at each other, and we're like, and he goes, looking for an exit, that's what. And we're just like, yeah, absolutely. And he's like, you got to take the stairs down. And we had another girl with us that she got like lightheaded and stopped on like the 37th floor, some random ass floor, because she like got lightheaded because we were getting too high up in the altitude.
Jeez.
And she just like hopped off, and we were like, yo, like our friends at the 37th floor, like we need to stop and get her. And he's like, the 37th floor has been closed for like months. And we were like, well, she's there, so like we gotta stop and get her. And he was like, you gotta take the stairs. And
All
we're
the way
like,
down?
and I was like, well, you're gonna have to come with us, like, to make sure we go out, right? And he was like, all right, let's get in the elevator. And I was like, no fucking way I'm taking these stairs all the way down. Like, you're gonna have to escort me out in order to make sure. And I know your 85-year-old ass is not gonna walk all the way down these 60 floors of stairs with me and kick me out. But the story gets even better.
Okay.
Because we're getting kicked out, and as we're getting kicked out the building, there's cops just everywhere out on the street, and we're like, well, fuck, I hope they're not here for us.
Right.
And then my buddy, he like, as we're getting kicked out, he asked me like, hey, do you have my backpack? And I'm like, nah, dude, I don't have your fucking backpack. I got my backpack. Like, why would I have yours? And he was just like, I don't know. I must have left it somewhere. Like, shit. So we're just like walking out, and we see these cops just like, as we're like walking towards where our car is, you see these cops just like coming towards us, and we're like, oh fuck,
That was a bad idea.
this is a terrible idea. And then my buddy like looks over, and he sees his backpack on the ground, and there's like, it's a black backpack, and there's cops like surrounding it.
Oh shit.
And they run up, and they're like, sir, excuse me, sir. Like, they get him and they're like, you match the identity of somebody who just dropped this backpack here. It was right next to like a Chevron gas building. And they were like, we think it's a bomb. Like,
Oh my
the
God.
bomb squad is on their way. What's in the backpack? And he's like, there's a tank top, some pre-workout, like some headphones. And then he like opens it up for him and they're like, oh my God. And all I think is imagining myself, if that guy had not kicked us out and we had made it to the top of that building, just looking down and seeing the bomb squad just like surrounding this backpack.
What
like
is it?
just like
Little
little
Mars
ants.
rover thing?
Yeah, you're just like looking at them and they're just like dissecting this backpack with nothing in it, because this guy just, as he's going to the bathroom, just drops his backpack on the ground while like he was like paying for parking, drops his backpack on the ground next to the parking meter and just like runs away to the bathroom.
Jeez. It set it up perfect, right?
Yeah, literally, like it is set up perfect. Like, oh man, this bald guy, like he's like shaved head, like he just dropped his backpack and ran away, and people inside the building witnessed him doing it, and like he literally like ran away. Like, I have to pee so bad, I'll be back, and just like booked it.
Damn.
So like in their mind, they're like, why is he running from this backpack that he just dropped?
It's a bomb. Has to be.
It has to be.
Corporate
yeah.
America. It's a bomb. It's a bomb. It's a fucking bomb.
Oh,
Holy
man.
shit.
So that was interesting. That was funny. I for sure thought we were getting arrested, like just for like trespassing or something, but nah, it was cool. They just told us to never come back again. But
Wow.
it was fun.
Did moments like that kind of inspire you to want to push videography more? That you were just like, damn, I'm getting into all these dope situations. I wish I had them on camera. 'Cause I felt that way before.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of made me want to start up my YouTube channel, like doing all of those, because like I was building other people's YouTube channels and I was filming for other people, and me doing all of these things made me want to say, I am doing more interesting things than the people that I'm filming for and that I'm making content for. Why am I not making my own content? Because people will love it if they watch it. So I started making my own content, and I'm going to be putting out monthly YouTube videos. It's going to be much more cinematic than vlog style, but just
Like a full-on 40-minute.
no, not 40 minutes. It's going to be like, tops like 8-10 minutes, but just very cinematic, very like cool transitions, fun, shows what's going on, some talking still, but mostly just like showing the cool shit that I do.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Where can people? What's the YouTube channel called?
It's Cameraman Zach.
Oh,
so
perfect.
Makes it easy.
Same as
Same thing as
Instagram.
my Instagram. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Trying to keep it all flowing together.
Wow. So I also saw that you're a nutritionist.
Yeah.
So man, as far as nutrition goes, let me give you a quick run back on my life, right?
All right.
So I probably eat 85% vegetarian.
Okay.
And then I love seafood, so I can't do away with that. But the chicken and just beef is just and pork has just kind of been fucked for me after I kind of got into watching a couple documentaries with my
feel
girlfriend and just kind of really diving into factory farming and just a lot of the pharmaceutical drugs that are only approved safe for the animals to take but not tested to be safe for the people to take, and just a lot of the fuck shit that they do to feed 330 million plus people that we have in America.
Yeah.
So that's my backdrop. I primarily try to stay vegetarian, but it's hard because I love seafood and I don't think I'll ever. I'd rather get mercury poisoning than, I don't know. But what would you recommend? Well, first of all, what's your diet consist of?
I like to try to keep my diet with just whole nutrient dense foods. I try to eat more so on the natural side as far as like when I do eat meat, because I do eat meat. I'm into fitness. I'm into bodybuilding. So I keep my protein intake high. I eat chicken, fish. I love sushi. I'm not on any strict diet right now, but I just make sure that I am eating enough protein. The carbs that I eat are healthy. I try not to just go and eat fast food all the time. It's pretty boring, honestly. Like, nutrition is pretty boring. You eat a lot of the same foods a lot of the time, and that's how fitness works. That's how you stay lean. That's how you build muscle. You eat enough protein, you eat healthy carbs, sweet potatoes, brown rice, jasmine rice, avocados are good healthy fats. I just make sure I just eat a good balanced diet, and I'm not just eating produce not produce, eating what would you call it?
Processed.
Processed foods. Yeah. So,
So for someone for someone who's listening right now and they're not in the best shape, and they are doing the workout, but they're not doing the diet aspect, what would you say are the main focuses? Like, as far as, I guess, protein intake, but just like you said, it's pretty bland. You eat a lot of the same things, but to be honest with you, man, a lot of people don't even know what those same things are supposed to be. Like, what is somebody supposed to strive for to just overall be able to work out and see results, but at the same time be healthy?
I mean, if they're overweight and they're trying to lose weight, lose fat, I think the first thing to do, and a lot of people don't want to do it, is consult a nutritionist. Figure out what are the macronutrients that I need to be eating. How many calories a day do I need to be eating? How many calories a day is my body burning in order to know what I need to do? Because if you're just guessing and you're just eating I think I should eat some chicken and a little bit of rice right now, but you don't know how much, you don't know how many calories are in that serving, then you could be eating too much. And even if you're eating healthy and working out, if you're not in a caloric deficit, you're not going to lose weight. So,
Okay. So what exactly is a caloric deficit for people listening?
um,
And my dumbass?
so basically, if you're just sitting down all day, your body is still going to burn calories. You're always going to burn calories. So you want to figure out, what is my basal metabolic rate? BMR is basically, if I just sat still on a couch all day, how many calories am I going to burn? Then you take into account your activity, and then that tells you, okay, on a daily basis, I'm burning, let's say, like my body, I probably burn about 5,000 calories a day with my activity levels, everything into account. So if I wanted to maintain my diet, or like my mass right where I'm at, and not lose anything, I need to be eating a lot of food. I need to be eating about 4,000 calories a day to 5,000 calories a day in order to maintain that level. If I wanted to lose weight, I would need to bring it down below that level, not drastically. You don't want to be like a crazy number, like, oh, my body burns 5,000 calories, so I'm only eating 1,000 calories. Well, your body's just going to fight against you, and then you'll still get fat because it's going to hold on to everything. But you just bring that number down a little bit, you keep your activity levels up, and you stay consistent. And that's pretty much it. Like, fitness is really easy, and people just make it out to be really hard. You do the same thing every day, you eat the same things every day, and you can mix it up a little bit. You can mix up your protein choices, you can mix up the spices you put on there, you can get different low calorie sauces, whatever, but just be smart and know what you're putting in your body, and do it 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 and do it, and then do it some more, and then keep doing it. And that's fitness.
So consistency is really the key.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It's not a 12-week fad that you go through every spring to get your summer body. It's your summer body is earned all year round, every year. It's not just I'm gonna bulk in this winter and then get lean, and like, oh, I'm bulking, so it's an excuse to eat whatever the hell I want.
I've heard that so many times.
Dude, always. People
I'm
are
bulking,
so
bro.
crazy about
I'm
it. And I'm
bulking.
like, yeah, you're bulking and you're fat, and I'm doing what I did in the summer, and I still look fucking good. But you're wondering why you're getting fat, and then you're having to struggle and get on the Stairmaster for hours on hours on hours, and run on the treadmill, and people are just going through this cycle all the time of just like 12 weeks on, and I'm gonna get skinny. And they don't treat it as a lifestyle. But when you treat it as a lifestyle, and you actually just, like, it's easy once you get consistent with it.
Okay.
You give it 4 weeks of just straight consistency, and I guarantee you it's like gonna be a whole different world for you. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be like just your day. Your day is healthy. You wake up, you stretch in the morning, you go, you eat a good breakfast, you fuel your day, you eat a good lunch, you work out in the afternoon or in the morning if you please, and you just do that all the time. You make time for it.
Damn. Okay. So you seem to be really well knowledged on nutrition. I mean, you're a nutritionist. So I want to get your take on this, right? So I have a really good friend. He was overweight for the longest, and it's not even his fault either. He has like a an issue where his brain doesn't communicate properly with his stomach, yada yada yada.
Okay.
And you know what? He decided to get on top of that shit, man. This dude, shout out Jacob Bennett. This man lost, I think it was like 100 pounds,
Oh man, good for him.
and like I kid you not, a year, a year, a year, yeah, a year. But here's the thing, right? Here's where it gets interesting. He was doing a lot of the meal replacement shakes. So he was eating like one time a day and then doing like 2 shakes. And that shit worked because he looks great. He looks better than me. I'm pretty jealous. But now I'll tell him that to his face too. I have multiple times. Especially when we hit the pool in the gym. I'm like, damn, I'm a stick. But as far as meal replacement shakes go, how do you feel about those? Like, do you think that is something that people should leverage as a good tool to get up to speed and then focus on a real diet? Or should people stay away from those considering it? I mean, yeah, you're getting everything you need, but you're not actually getting it properly from what I would assume from an outsider perspective.
I mean, my take is supplements are just that. They're supplements. They are there to fill in the gaps. They're not supposed to be the main source of your diet. But then again, whatever works for you works for you. Like, I'm not somebody that would tell any of my clients to go and do a ketogenic diet because I don't necessarily believe in it. But there are people that works for.
What exactly is ketogenic?
It's like a very high fat, low carb,
okay,
lower, not low protein, but lower protein. You get most of your calories through fats and protein.
So why is that so? I've heard that mentioned a lot, man. What is it about keto? Check out keto, the 2020's new keto.
A quick way to drop weight.
So you do
fat.
drop weight.
You drop weight,
okay.
You drop fat because your carb intake is down. You're not eating many calories, you're not eating a lot of protein, you drop mostly water weight. There's been a lot of studies done on it, and so you drop water weight very fast, and the dropping it fast is people's way of, oh, this works. But guess what? Get off a ketogenic diet,
boom,
yeah, it's back.
Wow.
Yeah, because you introduce carbs back into your diet, your body's not used to carbs. You might even come back worse because you've made your body not susceptible to carbs anymore. So it might fight against you when you do start eating carbs again. And if you eat too many, well, then boom, you're diabetic because you did a dumb diet instead of just making a lifestyle out of eating healthy foods. Now, if a doctor tells you you can't eat carbs and like you need to be on a ketogenic diet, then be on a ketogenic diet. If you got something at a wedding in 3 weeks that you got to slim down for and you just really want to do it, do a ketogenic diet. Like, try it.
But it's not healthy, essentially. Well, not healthy.
It's not healthy, but it's not sustainable.
It's not practical for long term.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. So water weight. So is that why people get fat when they start drinking a bunch of alcohol? Like when they get to college and whatnot? Or is that just completely different?
Well, alcohol, people don't realize it's still calories, it's still carbs. So they drink 10, 15 beers in a night, and if there's 80, 90 calories in a beer, you drink 10 of them, you just drank 1,000 calories. Plus you went to the food dining hall in college and then you ate a shit ton. So you're probably not working out because you're drinking and you're hungover the next day. So your body feels like shit. So you're not going to go to the gym. And it's just an excess of calories that people don't realize they're taking in. They think it's water. It's a drink. It's a drink.
But it's not a drink.
It's not. It's carbs. It's sugar. It's calories. It's liquid calories.
So as a trainer, what would be the first thing that you recommend to someone? Their diet or just their actual workout?
I think it depends on their past. Like, what are you doing now? Like, if you're shitty in both areas, like if you just have like no diet and no exercise, we're going to start with a basic exercise, and we're gonna like pick 1 or 2 areas of nutrition to change. Because people, if you try to change everything at once, they just freak out. Like, it's too much, you can't do it. It's not happening. I actually read a book a while ago called The Compound Effect, and it really kind of changed my way of thinking on this subject of changing people's fitness habits. And I pick 1 or 2 things in the beginning, and we work on those for a few weeks. Like, you don't work out, all right, we're going to get you on a good schedule of working out. They're going to be easy. They're going to be like just nice.
Wait, sorry to cut you off.
Through the motions.
The compound effect is doing too much at one time?
So the compound effect is taking small things and changing them one at a time, and then they compound over time to now you have a lifestyle.
That makes sense.
So like if you're shitty at working out and at a diet, and we take a good workout schedule and I have you say up your water intake. I don't need you to change what you're eating. I just need you to change your water intake and come to the gym. Those are the 2 things that we're working on for this month. If you want to eat healthier, here's a suggestions of things to eat, but the focus is on other things. And they get those down. And then we say, okay, these things are now a habit. You're at the gym not every day, 3-4 days a week. You're at the gym. It's a habit. You're doing it. You're enjoying it. And you're making a habit out of drinking water in the morning and drinking water throughout the day instead of having that 3rd cup of coffee. And you're making that a habit. So now it's easier to do those 2 things, and that's done. So then we say, okay, now we're going to eat breakfast, because you've been skipping breakfast for months and you're not hungry in the morning because you haven't been eating it. So we're going to train your body to take in breakfast, even if that's just a protein shake or a meal replacement shake. It's training your body. It's making new habits. And then we do that for a month, and they get that habit down, and then we change something else. And we just keep finding the bad habits and replacing them with a good habit, but slowly, so it's comfortable.
That's amazing.
And I think people, they take this instant gratification nowadays just crazily. Like, they come to the gym, and the thing I always hear is, I want to lose 25 pounds in 30 days. And I'm like, you're not going to be my client then. Because if you're my client, you might lose 5 pounds this month. And that's great. That's awesome. But the goal for me is to teach you how to sustain the lifestyle, not to just help you lose that quick weight. I don't care about those people. There's a trainer out there for those people, and I'm not that.
Damn, I love that you identify that, man. I love that you're clear that, like, I'm not here to bullshit you. Yeah, we're going to lose 50 pounds in 3 months, and give me your money, and then bye. You're actually trying to build a relationship and help people change their lifestyle.
Yeah, like, some of my clients are my best friends, man. Like, they're like, they're in it. They know, like, hey, like, one of my clients now, she was like, starting out, I need to lose 20 pounds. And I was like, you're not going to lose 20 pounds in this amount of time. You're going to lose it in this amount of time. Are you okay with that? She was, yeah, I'm okay with that as long as I do it. And I was like, all right, well, let's do it. And, it's been 6 months and she's only lost 10 pounds. But she looks so much better than if she had just dropped 20 pounds in 30 days. Because we built a physique. We built muscle. We built something, a base around for that fat to fall off.
Wow. So
yeah.
You reshaped her as a person.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of reshaping the mentality too, honestly.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of mentality, man, we've been mentioning a lot of great topics, and I just feel like with this podcast, if someone hasn't been listening the whole time and they're going to tune in right now, right? If there was just a mindset that you could leave somebody with to get out there to help them with videography, photography, rap, nutrition, whatever the hell it may be, but just that mindset that is obviously clear within you, that's, obviously led to us having this conversation that got us right here, that we're going to get out there, we're going to make it happen. I had a guy on three shows ago, Alexis Montoya. And he said, if it doesn't fucking work, I'm going to find out why it doesn't work, and I'm going to make it work. And he was talking about selling an item, but I like that mindset. And you have that mindset. So what would be your take on a mindset that you could leave people with to ultimately benefit their life from a general standpoint?
Oh man, honestly,
It's hard. It's hard.
the biggest thing for me has always just been consistency in everything. Like if I see something I like and I know I want to be good at it, like I know I'm gonna suck ass at something when I first start. Like my first video, you can go find it. Scroll down my Instagram. That shit sucks. Like it was terrible, but I was consistent and I kept on putting stuff out and I kept on practicing and I kept on just going and going and going. And the same thing with mixing music, the same thing with literally anything you do in life with fitness. It's just keep doing it. If you love it, just keep going. And it may not be, you may not have it happen as quickly as that guy over there. Like he might put out one song and blow the fuck up. Cool, that's his path, that's his life. You might have to put out 50, 100 fucking songs or videos, whatever it is that you're doing in order to blow up. But that's okay, because that's your path and your timing. You can't let other people's timing affect you. Just stay consistent in what you love doing and just do it. And then live a happy life because you're doing what you love. So
I love that, man.
yeah,
I feel like that spoke to me. Holy shit.
yeah. No matter what you're doing, just stay consistent at it. Like you can take it towards any aspect of life. If you're in the corporate America and you're just trying to work your way up and be a CEO, by the time you're 60, whatever, man, just keep going, keep doing the things that improve you and put you ahead.
Damn, man. Believe it or not, we're almost at an hour.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah, man. It's great once you get in the groove.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing is, man, everyone here at A Time Shared, you know, they back you, bro. They're coming here to listen because they are open and they're, you know, separating the ego, and they're open to taking in advice from people who are out here as living truth. People like yourself, that you can get out here, that you can do it, and ultimately have results. So if you just want to go ahead, man, and shout out all your Instagram pages, the YouTube channel, wherever your music is, wherever they can contact you for work, headshots, any of that shit, man, this is an opportunity for people to be able to get involved with you.
Absolutely. So my Instagram, that's the main way of seeing me in my life. It's going to be cameraman_Zach. That is going to be the best way to find me. Through that, you can actually just click on the email button and send me an email if you want to book me to do some videos. You can send me a direct message on there. You can find my first mix. There's a link on my profile. It's called It Me Volume 1. You can go onto SoundCloud, type in Heckno, HKNO, find me there. YouTube, Cameraman Zach, same thing. Got a video up on there that is really fucking awesome. And the next one is going to be up in 10 days, so you'll see that be posted and blasted out as soon as that's done. And yeah, that's pretty much, the way to find me. You can find me on Twitter too if you want. That's kind of the bullshit area. That's why I just put out just whatever. Whatever the mind feels it says,
Right.
but that's just gonna be same thing. Cameraman Zach.
Hell yeah, man. Well, hey, man, I just want to go ahead and thank you so much for your
Absolutely.
time.
I appreciate you
It really-
having me out, man.
Of
This
course,
was a
man.
great time.
But yeah, man, I'm Sharbal Milan. Today we got,
Zach Hudson.
this has been A Time Shared.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Kill your life, guys.
Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha.